Hey everybody, I'm Christopher McSweeney.
And I'm Tim Shabanowitz.
And we have lesson 19 tools. We are getting there.
We are just about there.
Yeah. So one of my favorite YouTubers, he is called the Godfather of YouTube vlogs. Are you familiar with vlogs?
I am.
Yeah, he's the OG, the GOAT. I mean, fantastic dude. His quote was, "It's not about the gear." Not even going to say anything. Reflect. 31 seconds. Go. All right, and we are back.
Yeah.
You are the tool man.
Yeah.
Tim, the tool man, Shabanowitz.
Yeah, that's me.
We will get in trouble for that one.
Yes, we will.
That's all right. All right, tell us, what are we doing in this lesson? This is like, there's no lesson.
There's no lesson. It's find out what you need, really. So you've been doing prototyping. Usually you have some small tools to do the small prototyping, or a computer if you're doing it on 3D modeling, all that kind of stuff. But right now, if you're getting ready to start the actual build, you need to find out what tools you need and how to use them safely, because that's more important, to make sure it's done safely. So what I would recommend is think about what you're wanting to do for the room, and find out what tools you might need. You might need to go to your local hardware store and see if you need to grab any other tools while you're there. But kind of take a list of things that you have and things you need, and then tools that you want to have. Like, there's always a wish list item that you want out there. But kind of go through and kind of consider, do I know how to use this properly? Do I know how to use this for what I want to happen in the room? And if you don't, you need to find out how you can.
And we have some little things. So
Yes.
put an asterisk next to the things you know how to use,
Right.
exclamation mark, what you need training on, $, what you got to need to buy, and question mark that you might be able to borrow.
Exactly.
Which brings us back to that old lesson we did on partnerships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you know, who do you used to know, and who do you need to know?
Lean on them, because, again, the whole point of this book is that you can do it for, not an exorbitant amount of money.
Right.
So as long as you use your resources wisely.
So you guys have a design, right? It's either in some digital form, it's a sketch, it's a prototype, it's a mood board.
And it's approved by the client.
And it is approved. So then you look at those designs and go, okay, what do we need? I remember our first room we did, not my room, but the first room we did,
Yep.
in the tools we want, we were building, well, not we, students were building the bookshelf.
Right. Yep.
And they were like, well, how do we hang the shelves? Because the client wanted it different, to be able to do different levels.
Right.
And you knew about this thing. What was that little hole puncher thing to put those little shelf pins in?
So there's I don't even know what it's called, but it's for adjustable shelves. There's a tool to make sure that all your pinholes on the side that the shelf holds on to are aligned. I didn't know this. I knew there was a tool. I just never saw it. And it's basically a jig that you can put in there, and you drill holes, and everything lines up perfectly.
And one trip to Home Depot saved us so many mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
From messing up the shelf.
Yep.
So sometimes those little things become the big thing. Also, one more before we end this. What is that list called that you make? What is it called?
That is called a takeoff list. So consider two things here. If you're going to a hardware store to get materials, you'll want to do a material takeoff. And what all that means is that if you're going to build a bench, look at the materials that you need, the wood, the hardware, that's the screws and the nails and all that kind of stuff, and consider how much you actually need. You're actually calculating how much you need, so that it's basically making a grocery list, if you will. And then you go to the hardware store and pick up the stuff that you need. You can also do the same thing with a tools takeoff list. You can kind of figure out what tools you need, so that when you get to where you're building, you're not like, I left the hammer back home. Let me go get another hammer. So consider that. So it's a material takeoff or a takeoff list that you need, and that'll get you good budget pricing as well when you go to the store.
Awesome. Very good stuff. All right. Well, get after it. We hope this video helps, and good luck.
See you on the next one.